Cardinal Lucius. The mere mention of his name made men shiver and fall silent. Although it was never mentioned openly, rumor had it he pursued his interests with merciless rigor. Is this why the Emperor gave him command of the crusade? Or had Lucius acquired his powers by more sinister means? While the whole world was wondering what the Cardinal was planning, he was already thinking of building a harbor from which the massive army would soon set sail for the Orient to seize the Promised Land.
I bestow on you the honor of building the harbor for my Crusader army. The fleet will set sail from there, and with God's blessing, will vanquish the faithless enemy.
But my lord, you only have me to thank that the preparations have run so smoothly up to now. Allow me, your loyal servant, to take care of everything from now on.
So be it, in the name of God. From now on, I am making you personally responsible for everything, Caucus. Make sure that the fleet is soon ready to depart.
You heard the Cardinal. I have the say here. But don't worry. There will be enough menial tasks I can entrust you with. What are you standing around here for? Why don't you build a warehouse where we can store the goods to build the harbor? You've done it at last. Great. Perhaps we can finally start building the actual harbor now? If a harbor is to be suitable for a Crusader army, it must have a harbor master's office. Well, what are you waiting for? An engraved invitation?
It is done. The Crusader ship is finished. May God protect this ship and bless all those who are prepared to fight for the true faith.
I still have a few crates of tools in storage. Do come by, and I'll be happy to... I regularly... A harbour master's office must be built of solid stone. Didn't I spot some stone deposits recently when I went to the mountain monastery for my confession with Brother Hilarious? Marvelous. Do you think you could sell me the surplus from the stone production for my cathedral? Forcas's mood darkens with every minute the harbour construction is delayed. You'd better commission a ship to move goods from one place to another more quickly. You produce ropes for shipbuilding. And wood. The only thing missing now is the shipyard. Here! Marvelous. Extracting iron ore is... The charcoal burner has started work already. Marvelous. Ah, wonderful. I see your iron smelter is completed. So, you're working on the first tools. That's wonderful. Splendid. The first ship can soon be launched.
Ship?
What a magnificent ship. If you don't mind my saying, I would recommend setting up a trading route for the stone transport. With all the quests Forecast has entrusted you with, you must have more important things on your mind. So, the captain has received his instructions. Wonderful. Now you can...
Good things come to those who wait. I'd better view the building to assure myself personally that everything is shipshape. While you have been taking ages to build the Harbour Master's office, I have been gathering supplies. But this warehouse is much too small. It must be upgraded immediately. How is that warehouse upgrade progressing? Do I have to say everything twice?
It is done. The Crusader ship is finished. May God protect this ship and bless all those who are prepared to fight for the true faith.
How is that warehouse upgrade progressing? What? You call that an expansion? We need storehouses to store the goods. You can see the size of my Crusader army and the amount of supplies needed. Get a move on. What are you waiting for? If you don't build this tavern soon, the knights will start rampaging over the land.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Well, this dive doesn't look particularly inviting, but it will have to do for the knights. There you are. I knew you could do it. At last I can store provisions and equipment here. You say the harbour is completed? The harbour construction could certainly have been completed much more quickly. I have asked the best armourers in the Empire to come to equip the Crusader army with new weapons. And I expect you to provide the iron required immediately.
It is done. The God be praised. You have completed the harbour. My captains are already under orders to assemble the vanguard of the Crusader fleet there.
It's incredible how many knights are prepared to take up arms for God and their fatherland. I immediately need more ships to transport them all to the Promised Land.
One of my ships was damaged during the crossing.
Production has been disrupted. One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
You have complied with God's wishes. Now all of these ships will be able to make the long voyage to the Orient in perfect condition.
Now that the harbour is completed, you should perhaps reconsider your transport routes and issue new orders to the captain.
One of your plants has stopped producing goods.
Are you bringing... Is this of purest...
I'd have no objection to a fair deal. Splendid, splendid. The way forecast treats us all is scandalous. I hope you find what you're looking for. The way forecast treats us all is scandalous. Ah.
Ship ready.
Feel free to come and have a look around. Excellent, excellent. A good deal is always a welcome change. Fabulous!
Shipbuilding completed.
The doors of my storehouses are marvelous!
Well, this is a start, anyway. Maybe you don't need to worry about these ships. Good. Cardinal Lucius will be extremely pleased with my work. Aha! A toolmaker's workshop. Of course, I'm right to assume that you built it to supply the Crusaders. In that case, I await your delivery.
Did you notice how secret...
Production has been disrupted.
Have you finally brought those tools that... Have you carried out the quest with great diligence? At last, we will...
I've heard some worrying rumors about this crusade. These shoddily built ships. I dare not speak out loud. We must talk. In private.
Hurry up and cast off! The bawling from those brats is utterly unbearable. They should be grateful that they are able to contribute to this crusade.